Yo, 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 we're in Dartmoor. I got a new face. Howdy. We're doing 2 Nuttalls today, which is Yes Tor and High Willhays. Maybe that's how you say it.
Have you paid for the car park?
I'm going to pay for the car park.
I'm relying on you, Mike. You're the energy.
Yar her fiddly dee.
Right, that'll do. Right, let's pay for this car park.
It's been a bit of time since my last video. There's no particular reason for that. I've just been a little bit lazy editing it. This was filmed back in November. I knew that there wasn't going to be any hiking videos through December and probably January. I didn't want to do any hikes while it was too cold. One of my friends called Josh, not sure you'll see him on this channel, but Josh's dad heard about this hike that we were doing in Dartmoor, and he heard that we were doing it in November as well during winter. And Josh came into work a couple of days later, and he just came to me and he said, "Yo, I told my dad what you're going to be doing." And his reaction was, "Oh, that's going to be bloody miserable." Which kind of set the tone going in. I was not expecting the best hike in the world. But it actually ended up being really, really pretty. The morning dew like dripping from berries, and with the winter sun just kind of cresting above the hilltops, the wild mushrooms out for autumn. It was really good. But yeah, this video you can see me doing some actual influencer garbage where I have to sprint ahead and set up the camera, run all the way back, and then pretend like it's a totally candid shot of all of us walking past it, trying our hardest not to pay attention to the camera. Some of us more successful than others. And I'll mock influencers a little bit for the lengths they go to for some of their shots, but I actually quite enjoyed it. It was nice. I absolutely adored the shots that we got up on Yes Tor as the clouds came in, which we're not out yet. You got to keep watching for that. So.
Mike, it's like Gladiator.
Are you not entertained? Wherever he was. It's a rock and bog.
West Mill Tor!
Which isn't a Nuttall, but we really wanted to climb something. There's Emily realising that she's missing out on all the fun. Spoiler alert, this goes poorly. So, right about here, you can see her rolling around on top of the rock. And then she scooches a little to the left. And then there's a little crevice in between those 2 rocks there. For some reason she tries to go down, and then there you can see her legs are just dangling. She is completely stuck. She can't get out, she can't get down, she can't go up. She's just managed to wedge herself between these 2 rocks. Bear in mind, me and Mike up at the top cannot see her here. Only Dan knows what's going on. getting rid of that. We're just gonna march back on to... okay. Hold up, I gotta wait for Emily and Dan to take pictures of some mushrooms.
So I think that was where I lost my foot, right?
Talking of mushrooms, I started playing a game called Vintage Story. It's kinda turned into my new obsession recently. It's a lot like Minecraft. I believe that the developers originally worked on Minecraft mods, but a lot of the processes to making things, crafting, is a lot more involved and realistic. And there's a lot of mushrooms in that game, and a lot of the foresty areas where there's a lot of rainfall, where it's meant to be quite damp. There's like 40 species of mushrooms that you can just throw in a stew. And it's a nice game. It's there's like a slow process to doing everything. Everything's methodical. You have to think about it. I love it. You should give it a go.
That's the S-Tor that you can't see up behind Mike there.
Or because my head's too big, or because of the clouds.
That and the cloud. It's a combined effort.
Yeah.
Alright, we're at Yes Tor, which makes our 8th Nuttall. It's also a trick point, obviously. Touch the rock!
Sorry?
Well, me rotating around like that, no, that's terrible. Everyone's... Right, we're halfway between them. That's Yes Tor. Everyone's looking at me now. Oh, David's speaking to himself again. And it's High Willhays up there.
We don't want to compete when you're out.
Why the f is that upside down? Alright, High Willhays, which I believe is a Hewitt, a Nuttall, and a Marilyn, maybe. Probably a Marilyn.
Is it a Monroe though?
No, that's a Scottish thing, isn't it? Do you want to touch the rocks? I'm going to touch the rocks. I think you're doing it properly, maybe.
Okay, no.
We did decide to bring some camping stuff to actually cook some food. Mostly because it was a good little bit of practice and a safer environment for if we ever did any wild camping in the future. But it was also just really nice to have some hot food while it was so cold out. It was a pretty easy meal that we got. It was just those packs of Wayfarer macaroni cheese, which I thought wouldn't be that good. You know, it's served in a plastic bag, you'd throw it in a thing of water. Usually those type of things don't taste great, but it was decent, it was serviceable. Obviously not the best macaroni and cheese I've ever had, but I'd eat it again. Probably a little more expensive than it needs to be, but in a pinch, it's pretty good. It's nothing on our list. It's not a Nuttall or a Meldon or whatever. But we're at Black Tor. It looks pretty nice. You see Mike there up at the top. Sorry if the microphone quality dipped. I took my media mod off. Just a new piece of gear that I got, but my GoPro doesn't charge that well when I get on, so I might have to pick up some extra batteries with a portable charger.
Willkommen, meine schönen Freunde! Bear the ride down and just hope I don't like promising bumps.
What are you two doing?
It's really bad.
Just the one?
Yeah, it's like pressing on here and it just really hurts.
Well, isn't Emery's ankle going to hurt now?
I know. I said it's fine, but she took a shot or something.
And there we go, a successful hike in Dartmoor. Was it the miserable and dire slog that Josh's dad led us to expect? Nah. From the damp rolling hills hugging Red-a-ven Brook, still dripping with morning dew, to the overcast, foggy, almost ethereal atmosphere that enveloped Tor, and finally the curious and mildly moody Shetland ponies that nearly made Emily and Dan reconsider their retirement plans. Dartmoor genuinely surprised me. Its beauty, the mood, the character, and I should probably owe the South a bit more credit. But unfortunately, that's it for the Southern Peaks. These are the only two Nuttalls that exist south of the Peak District. Everything else is up in the north. But looking ahead, 2026 is shaping up to be a really good year. We'll be tackling new Nuttalls, of course, We'll revisit the Lake District and claim revenge on the peaks that we missed last episode. We'll be attempting our first ever wild camp, and if everything does go to plan, I might finally tick off a bucket list item, which is to summit Risi in the Tatra Mountains. So if you do want to come along for future adventures, and yeah, I'm gonna say it, remember to like and subscribe, but there's plenty more to come, and I'm quite enjoying doing this, so please come along.